Mr. Adewale is a cunning landlord who has two houses, one furnished house that him and his wife lives, and one old shrinking poverty house that he rents out to poor and wretched citizens that could not even afford 2 square meals a day. But he has this wicked out of his that he calls being clever. Each time he welcomes a new tenant, each time he rents out a room to a new tenant, he will do something that is very, 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 very wicked, but he finds it as being clever. What does he do? 1 year later, when your year is about to expire, he plants money, his own money in your room. When he plants money in the room, he will claim that he's looking for that money. After searching for the money and finds it, he will evict the tenant. That is the same way he has been doing it to many tenants. He has done it to 2 women who came into the city and looking for old houses they can live in. The wife also encourages him in this evil act, claiming that they are clever, saying that the husband is the best husband so far because his mind gives him money. One day, Mr. and Mrs. Kehinde, they walked in, and when they came in, he welcomed them as usual. In the middle of the night, he planted money into the room as usual and evicted them from the house. This made them very sad because they had no money to go, so they have to go back to the village where they came from. As this was happening, Mr. Adewale's wife congratulated him again on the success of evicting another victim and claiming money. Then this girl, known as Tony came into the house. Tony is an orphan. He pleaded with Mr. Adewale to take her in. But after a year later, he did the same thing to Tony and sent Tony packing. This broke her heart because her brothers always come there to sleep at night, and they are leaving. They have nowhere else to go. This left them homeless. Again, Mr. and Mrs. Emeka came into Mr. Adewale's compound and told them that they were bankrupt and the bank collected everything they had, so they needed somewhere to lay their head. 1 year later, Mr. Adewale did the same thing, planted money in the wardrobe while they were not aware. They came and begged him, saying, "We didn't steal your money. We are sorry. Please, is there any way we can amend this issue?" Mr. Adewale got very angry and asked them to leave his house. They left the house heartbroken, because they knew that they never stole the money. Mrs. Adewale congratulated his husband again for doing what they call a clever art. These two ladies called Vera and Kara. They came into the village out of frustration because they haven't found their own husband. Mr. Adewale sent them packing again. After 1 year, after he did the same thing to them, he watched them go away, and later the wife congratulated him, encouraging him to do more. And all this money, they used all these things they get from these people, from the victims, to take care of the house and make it more beautiful. One day, 2 sisters came in, Kehinde and Funke. Kehinde and Funke are 2 sisters that came into the city to hustle. They needed a place to lay their head. Mrs. Adewale congratulated Adewale in advance, saying there is another victim that they will collect so much money from. In the presence of Kehinde and Funke, they evicted a widow with a child, saying that he stole Mr. Adewale's money. All the pleading that the widow pleaded fell on deaf ears. The widow pleaded, said that she wanted to stay there to take over, to take care of her child, but he did not. 1 year later, Mr. Adewale came in and planted his money in a Kehinde's and Funke's room. He came back looking for the money. He searched and searched everywhere, but he couldn't find the money. In his surprise, he began to. In his surprise, he was shocked. Funke and the sister said, "Why are you surprised? We will tell you where your money is. We know your schemes. We know your evil acts you've been doing to all the tenants in your yard. So we decided to be more clever than you. We returned your money back into your wardrobe at midnight while you were away." He now told them and said, "Please don't tell anybody about this. We are sorry." Funke and Kehinde Stanley warned him never to try such thing again with them or any other tenant, that if he tries it again, they will take him to court for wrongful eviction and damage. In life, whatever you sow, you will reap. If you sow good, you reap good. If you sow evil, you will definitely reap evil. Always bear in mind that karma still exists.